interviewed with those teams and also New York, Phoenix, San Antonio, Washington, uh, Chicago, Atlanta.
Appreciate it, man.
No problem.
All right, we're going to move to Darnell Mayberry.
Hey, Isaac, thanks for doing this, man. I'm here in Chicago. I'm curious to know how you think you might fit with the Bulls if they drafted you at 4, and then also what do you think separates yourself from the rest of the class?
I feel like I can fit in with the Bulls by just bringing a winning culture that I have, and also just coming in and being a two-way player. Stopping the best team's player, and also going out on the offensive end and contributing on that end. And I feel like what separates me from everybody else in this draft is just my willing to win, my willing to do anything to help the team win. Coming in and just playing my role into being a defensive player.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to move to Martenzie Johnson.
Hi, Isaac. There could be a record-setting amount of players with Nigerian ancestry drafted next week. How does it feel to be a part of what could be a special draft for Africa's most populous country?
It's going to be very special. There's a lot of Nigerians that actually know how to play basketball and are really good at basketball. And now that the world is going to get put on notice that there are a lot of Nigerians, I feel like it's a special thing.
And how the successes of like Giannis Antetokounmpo, Victor Oladipo, go back to Hakeem Olajuwon, how's that impacted you as a Nigerian American trying to make it into the league?
It's motivation. Just seeing that they're able to get to where you want to be at motivates you every day to go out there and try to go be there too.
Thank you.
Move to Julian Malflat.
Hi, Isaac. How are you?
Doing good. How about you?
Thank you. Great. So I wanted to know, you're expected to be one of the NBA draft's best defenders of this year. But on the offensive end, what do you think you're going to bring to an NBA team? Some can be quiet about your shoes. So what kind of player do you want to be in an offense on an NBA? And do you think that your offense is overlooked?
I'm just trying to be an all-around player, willing to do anything on the offensive end and defensive end to help my team win. I feel like I can contribute on the offensive end by attacking the rim, drawing contact, and getting to the free throw line, and also just driving and finding open teammates.
All right, thank you. Great.
All right, we'll move to Alder Almo.
Hi, Isaac. Thank you for doing this. Isaac, can you tell us what were your biggest takeaways from this whole draft process and the teams you have met with?
I can't quite hear you. Your mic is breaking up.
Can you tell us your biggest takeaway from the meetings you've had with the teams and the teams who work you out with?
I still can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I heard you a little bit.
Yeah. I'm asking if what's your biggest takeaway from the team meetings you've had?
My biggest takeaway is just all the teams just telling me how fast the process is going to go after draft day, about how the next day you're just getting shipped off to where you're going, just how fast the process is to go by just working out with the team and training camp happening, and how fast the season is going to go.
Thank you.
All right, we'll move to Spencer Davies.
Hey, Isaac. I was just kind of curious, what at the next level do you anticipate is going to be your biggest challenge? And then what part of your game do you feel like will translate easily? I mean, obviously, you're a great defender, and your length is going to be great for the versatility aspect. But just kind of curious about the challenges that is going to come to you and what will translate easiest.
I feel like just coming into the NBA, you got to learn the pace of the NBA. It's way different from high school and college. So just coming in and just learning the pace from the NBA is probably going to be the biggest challenge. And I feel like my first step into the NBA, just playing defense, is going to be something I'm going to be good at already.
All right, next we got Jonathan Macri.
Hey, Isaac, thanks so much for doing this, man, and congratulations on everything. I was speaking to Coach Flanagan a few weeks ago, and he said that he walks in the morning in Auburn, and you're already there working out 7:30 a.m. Have you been focusing on working on anything in particular in your game and all the time that you've had off preparing for the draft?
I've just been working on all aspects of my game. Ball handling, shooting, just slides on defense, just playing pickup games on the weekends with the team down there, 5-on-5, 1-on-1s, 2-on-2s. Just working on all aspects of my game and trying to polish everything.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we're going to move to Dwayne Rankin.
Thanks, appreciate it. Isaac, obviously another guy, it's going to be a lot of SEC guys drafted, with one of them being Aaron Nesmet. You guys had a great game with Vanderbilt in that matchup. What do you see in his game that you feel like will be effective for him at that next level?
I feel like he was real good at kind of off down pins and shooting threes and just, coming off screens to shoot threes and creating space off the dribble.
And just to follow up, you said you talked with the Suns, didn't do a workout with them. How could you see yourself fitting in with them, and how was that conversation with Phoenix?
I can see myself fitting in with Phoenix just by, again, coming in and just having that defensive presence, because that's what really every team liked about me, was just coming in and having that defensive presence and being willing to guard the other team's best player and shutting them down. And the interview went very well. Again, they just want to learn me as a person and just as a player.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Sorry, Chris Miller.
Thanks, appreciate that. Isaac, you said you interviewed with the Wizards. In terms of your study of that organization, what would it be like to play with two guys that are already established as stars in Wall and Beal?
It would be great, honestly. Going into a veteran team like that with John Wall and Bradley Beal, I feel like they would help me learn as a player coming in as a rookie and benefit me in the future.
And I'm interested to know, could you play with them? Maybe as a three. How do you see kind of like playing with a backcourt like that?
Yeah, I can see myself playing as a three and just playing defense and running in transition and getting easy, fast break points.
Appreciate that, man. Best of luck to you.
Not a problem.
All right, next, Kevin O'Connor.
Yeah, Isaac, you were asked a little bit ago about your overall offense, and you mentioned, attacking closeouts and passing, and those are things you're definitely really underrated and really good at. With the jumper, I'm curious, how would you grade where your jumper was during the college season, and how would you grade it where it is now, and what's the difference and what changed between then and now?
I would say during the college season, it was probably like a C+, but I feel like right now, I've been working every day, just putting up a lot of shots, and I feel like right now it's around like a B+, A. I feel like just taking more time on my jump shot and just being more fluid with it, just learning how to get the ball higher. During the college season, I shot a lot of flat balls, but I'm just learning right now just to shoot that high and get a higher arc on it.
Next, Chris Fedor.
Hey, Isaac, thanks for doing this, man. So I'm here in Cleveland, and you worked out for the Cavs. What do you feel like you were able to show them in that workout? And then a follow-up is, what's your relationship like with Colin Sexton, and what would it be like to potentially play with him?
I feel like during all my workouts, I showed all the team my offensive abilities. I feel like they came in thinking my offense was one of my weaknesses, but they left knowing that is one of my strengths. So I felt like showing them my shooting abilities, my playmaking abilities, and my slashing abilities was good. But playing with Colin, being from where I'm from, I had battles with him in high school. So, it would be great. Both of us are competitive, so just having those two competitive people on the team would also be great.
Jeff McDonald.
Hey, how's it going? I just wanted, you mentioned earlier about how teams have talked to you about how quickly things are going to progress for you guys coming into the NBA. You know, after the draft, it's almost immediately training camp, then games start. I'm wondering what you can do to mentally or physically or in any way kind of prepare for how fast all that is going to go.
I'm just ready. I think I've been mentally and physically ready all my life. Been preparing for this day and this moment to happen. So I feel like I'm already ready for all this to happen.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, next we got Mark Medina.
Yeah, Isaac, thanks for joining us. What's been your most interesting, challenging experiences during this whole pre-draft setup because of how unique it is because of the pandemic?
Well, just having that whole thing, like a month or a couple of weeks of just quarantining and not being able to find a gym to go work out in. So just being at home, not having anything to do was probably my toughest thing because I'm a guy who always likes to work out, and if I'm not working out, I feel like I'm lacking or I'm slacking. So just not being able to work out during that period.
All right, we have time for a couple more. Dane Moore.
Hey, Isaac. I'm up here in Minnesota, and you were mentioning the Nigerian heritage, and I'm wondering if you see any sort of comparisons in your game to Josh Okogie, who is played for the Nigerian team.
Yeah, I feel like Josh Okogie is a good slasher too, just like me. So I can see us comparing in that type of way.
All right, Jared Weiss.
Not sure how much playoff basketball you got to catch this year, but we saw teams going to kind of micro ball where they were playing without a big man at all. I'm wondering, as someone with a lot of defensive versatility, how do you think that shift in the NBA can play into your hands as someone who's a big defender?
It would be great, honestly, and how in the NBA today there's a lot of switching. So being able to guard 1 through 4 is great, and having, like you said, smaller fives right now, be able to switch 1 through 5 now would also fit me. So I feel like I can guard that.
All right, and last question here, we have Goodell Padilla.
Hi, Isaac. How you doing?
Good.
There's a lot of speculations in this draft, especially the 2020 draft, where the top guys that they're thinking about signing and trade, and there's a lot of rumors out there. What do you feel you have in your game that whoever selects you will stick with you for 3 years?
I feel like it's just my defense and what I bring on the court. From what you see at Auburn, I just brought a winning culture, and I just gave everything I had on the court. And also just my high character. There's nothing that I do that's bad. I'm locked in. I'm just there to play basketball and win games.
You listed as a power forward, small forward. Where do you feel more comfortable at the NBA level?
Small forward. Small forward.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right, thank you all for joining us. This ends the general media session with Issac Okoro.